Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I've been working on the Monday project that I do for my 365 calendar. And this is an example of what I'm planning on doing. And it is going to involve they're going to be journal cards. And it has an embroidered background and layered and some butterflies and some fun stuff. So these embroidered cards came from a while ago. I showed stuff that I had. These are really old Joann Essentials. Love my Joann stuff, but I have just a ton of embroidered pages that are they're just fun, and I never get a chance to use them. I got a ton of those, just pages and pages and pages. And then I got some crinkly ones, and then I've got a bunch of embossed ones. I've used those a couple times on things that are just fun. So today I decided to use the embroidered ones. But I was thinking about that. I'm like, well, you know, people would be like, Lisa, these are old. I do not have embroidered ones. And, 2005. Yeah, these are from 2005. So almost 20 years old. So what I've done is I've gone through and taken some plain blank cardstock, and I have embroidered them myself. Now I've taken, this is just a thin yarn, and I have done the zigzag stitch on it, just meandered for that one. Same with this one, is a zigzag stitch. This is a little bit fuzzier yarn, multicolored. I thought that was kind of fun. This one was just tone on tone, similar to how those went. And then this I took baker's twine. Couldn't think of what that was called for half a second. Took baker's twine, which a lot of people have, because not everybody's got, you know, fuzzy yarns everywhere. But most of us have some sort of baker's twine. You could probably use jute if you've got jute. But anything that's three-dimensional, tactical, flat ribbon would probably even work too. And I zigzagged it onto a journal card. Or not, you know, not even really a journal card at this point, but it's just a cardstock. So I'm going to probably use maybe one or two of these, and then use some from here. But I just want to show you that just because you do not have these lovely things like I have, there are ways to make textural, kind of fun journal cards. These are the pages I did wrap around, because they're flimsy. I should kind of say they are flimsy. They're almost like not quite tissue paper, but they're really light. So I did wrap it around a heavier cardstock to create the journal card, and then this way it's also got a place to write on the back. So that is what we're going to be up to today. So I'm going to, the other thing I was going to say, recently, I think it was last Monday's haul, where I showed the bin of Forgotten Finds, the mat stacks. So I went through, because I was looking for solid ones, and I went through and I pulled out all the solids from my huge stack. So I've got a whole pile of beige whites that I'll be able to use for the backs of journal cards. I love that, to be able to stock that into my little pile over here. But then I also I pulled out all the solids from my things, and I now have this. I have enough solid cardstock that's pre-cut to journal size to last a lifetime. So I'm going to be working on a lot of things that take matte, what do you want to call it? Matte size solid cardstock in future projects. Right? I mean, that's a ton. So yeah, which is great. I mean, and that's not even all of them, because I got other piles that these came out of the ones that were half prints and mixed with cardstock. I mean, I still have a stack of just solid ones somewhere too. But yeah, I was like, I'll pull some out. I'll get a handful. Yeah, it kind of went crazy. So I'm going to use those to hopefully be able to coordinate and wrap around with that. All right, so as I was saying, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to pull out some papers, some embroidery to match this week's. I got a lot of blues this week. Got a few blues. those cute fish I saw. So I'm going to pull the embroideries out and the things and get them ready to go. So I'll be back in a flash. All right, so I have gotten the backs figured out and the pictures figured out on most of these, but I just wanted to show you how I got to those steps just one time. I needed to let those dry a little bit, that's why I did it ahead of time. All right, so for this bench wooden one, I thought I'd go with this, which has some browns and greens on it. I thought that was kind of cool. And then I just have a neutral beige to go with it. So what I did was I did choose on these, well, that one I didn't back like this. I chose what a color background I went, and then I had another similar to do the border. Kind of reminds me of my old scrapbooking days when we used to put photos down and mat around them. So kind of hearkening back to those good old days. All right, so for this, I figure out which side I want to have on. Now that's the right side, so I'm going to take the solid cardstock and glue it onto the back. Again, I'm just using this as a strengthener because the paper, the embroidered paper, is pretty thin, and I'm also using it as a place to, since these are going to be journals, to be able to write. All right, so I'm going to do my best to center it, top and bottom, because I'm going to fold it over. Now for the fold over part, because this is, you see, it doesn't stick as well because there's a lot of grooves, but for the fold over part, I'm going to use the art glitter glue, which is stronger, so that it stays down. And that's why I wasn't too worried about this part not staying down, because I knew that I was going to come back and glue the ends on nice and tight to hold it into place. Okay, I recently filled my glue up, and it is a bubbling. It is volcanoing on me. Probably should have cut that part off. It's not pretty, as they say. It's the part that got ripped from the booklet, I guess you would call it. Okay. Now it is a little bumpy back here, but still writable. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, and we're gonna go ahead and glue the picture on here. Now I'm gonna close this up for a minute. I have, as usual, gone through and rounded the corners and inked around it off camera, because inking and rounding, not exciting. All right, so we're gonna glue this down to a piece of cardstock, again, just to give it a little bit of strength and block it from this, because if I glued this really thin paper right onto here, all you would see would be the lumps in between. And I did notice even with gluing it on cardstock, I can still see a bit of the raised part of the embroidered below it. So it doesn't get rid of it completely, but I'm sure it helps out a lot more than necessary. All right, I'll take a chop of the border here, and I can cut it because it is not part going through the wet part. Oh, cut that a little close. All right, just gonna even it out. That's better. Getting a lot of scrap pieces already with that. Okay, get that out of the way, and gonna go ahead and round the edges just to match the picture. Whoops. Why is there always just one that wants to be poopy? Okay. All right, so we're just gonna ink this. I didn't even ask you how your day was going. Hopefully it's going well. It is a fairly sunny day out today, which is always nice, but I walked outside for 5 minutes today to go to the post office, and it is a humid son of a gun out there. Not a day that I would want to be working outside, that is for sure. And I really think it has affected people's intelligence. I pulled up into a parking spot, and there was they're angled at the post office. They're angled spots. You just pull straight in kind of deal. You know, so there's 2 angled spots. So the lady that pulls in, she pulls halfway. She's like between them, hovering between the 2 front and back parking spots. The line that would define them is pretty much right in front of her back wheel. So she's got probably 2/3 of her car on the front one and 1/3 on the back. And I get out about the same time as she gets out, and I see her turn around and look at her car, and I'm thinking to myself, she's gonna say, oh my gosh, how did I park and get back in her car and move it? Because she's taking 2 spots up. And literally the first spot's by the door. And she just kind of turns and goes and clicks her car. And I laughed all out. I went, and she kept walking. I'm like, okay. It wasn't too busy, luckily. It wasn't too crowded. I was like in the 3rd spot. So she was still in there as I was leaving. But as I'm pulling in, as I'm getting into my car ready to pull out, where she's parked over the 2 spots. Some car comes in and parks here. So the street that's here is almost pretty much blocked to get out, and she's sitting in her car. I mean, I had to squeeze behind her to get out, like just barely. My car made it through where the car is and the curb. And I'm just like, has the heat affected everyone's intelligence today? Because I don't know. I don't know what was wrong. I was happy to go home after that. I was like, I don't think I need to deal with this anymore. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be cute. I like it. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a little bit though, because it's still a little done, and we're going to go ahead and decorate some stuff. So, I'm going to start with my cute little fishies. I love my little fishies. They're so cute. And, I'm not even sure I'm gonna need, I just maybe like 1 white label up there because it's a little brighter. Might not be all that I need on this, because it is, he, she, they're cute. I like the colors. All right, so I'm gonna use the art glitter glue to glue them down, just so I can kind of get around the threads. Put it down there, and work the art glitter glue a little bit more than I normally would to make sure it gets pressed down between the strings. Yeah, it's cute. All right, let's look for a whiter tag. All right, we got some days gone by labels. There's some white ones in here, or white-ish year ones in here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe these are all kind of beige. All right, let's try. Let's try these, because I know there's some whiter labels in here. Well, that's been peeled already. I'm going to save that for that one because it says A.H. Birdeong. It's a bird, right? All right. I was saying, I really would like my little scissors for this, and there they are. Just want to mimic the corner of the stamp for this. only thing is, I think this is kind of see-through, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I don't mind. I do not mind that. I'm looking for something with some blue on there. Oop. Oh, airmail would be funny with the fish. Airmail the fish, yes, I like it. All right, I'm still gonna put the 0 on there because it's fun. Okay. Yeah, simple journal card, embroidered, some fun texture on there, a couple stickers. I like it. I like that texture. It has a fun feel to it. Be able to journal on the back. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's move on to the next. Maybe this will have a little less drama involved. All right, so this is the one, I decided to use this one, the one that I stitched with this one, because it kind of reminded me of like a woodpecker and like would be woodpecking into its hole. So I think I like that. So I'm going to glue that on sideways because there's no reason why this couldn't be tucked into the side of a page. All right, like the other one, we're just gonna take an extra few seconds to push it down, kind of work between the embroidery. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the birdagong. Oh, I've got to cut the corners. All right, we're going to put the birdagong right there. Maybe a number, like a brown rusty number. I got the some Tracy Fox grungy labels. I got some numbers on them. That one. Not too big, not too small. Once again, using big scissors when little scissors are just probably better and sitting right there, but so, even though this is pretty thin, I would normally use the stick glue because of the string right there. I'm gonna art glitter glue it. Yeah. This was originally, as you saw, they were all the solid colored cardstocks, but after I had put the background on, I realized I never actually inked around it, so this blue is looking really pretty stark, so I decided to just use a splatter stamp and threw some brown vintage photo in there just to give it a little bit more texture on there. So I am definitely happy with how that came out. Yeah, tuck it into a pocket. Cute, right? Yeah, I like it. All right. Okay, so this one, I chose this bright green, yellowish green, because the bananas are kind of yellowish green. I have the green on the back for that, and this is just a slightly different color, a little darker, but I thought that was kind of cool. All right, so I think maybe I'll put it up a little bit, and then I'll be able to put some sort of label there. Okay, I almost feel bad about covering all this pretty embroidery up with the big pictures, but I think there's still enough embroidery kind of poking through to kind of still represent it enough, because it's not really just about the embroidery, because it's not like it's not old-fashioned embroidery, but vintage. It's not vintage embroidery per se, like you really just want to focus on that. Like if you had a piece of hand embroidered cloth or something that you want to have that as a focal point. This was really just an accent piece, so I am not too upset about having to cover some of it up. Okay, and a label there. I think I don't have anything grayish looking. Maybe that flower is kind of grayish looking. I like that. Kind of a nonsensy thing, but yeah, I like that. And put something little up there. Let's see. I want to throw like a butterfly up there. Those leaves are pretty. I like the same colors too. Keep that out. Just never know what I'm going to find in this collection, that is for sure. It's got some interesting things. Bright colors, but I think it was too big for what I was looking for up there. I said I just want something, just a little something up in that corner. Okay, I think I'm going to put this there and cover it with the butterfly. So it's going to be covered. So I'm going to put it this way, even though there's words, because the words are not really what I'm looking for. I just like that shape. And okay. All right, so I'm going to use the stick glue on this because it is mostly on the paper. So I think it'll be okay. don't mind it. I wish that butterfly was a little darker instead of see-through, but that's okay. Yeah, placed it right on the back, and beautiful. Okay. All right, so for this one, I chose this one because I like the silver thread through it. Kind of remind me of how like the knife would be silver. All right, I'm gonna put that. All right, I'm gonna glue that up there. One thing about those embroidered cards is really not an up or down of them. So it really is just up for grabs which way you want to do it. All right, I was thinking about putting this on here, but now I think I need something a little bit. I think I want something a little bit bigger. I actually don't mind that. Yeah, I think I like that one. Okay. And I'm gonna... The embroidery thread on here is fairly thin, so I think even with it going over it, I think it'll be okay. I think another brown number would probably be good there. I have one other set of numbers. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. More on the blue side. All right, so the question is there an up or down on this that I need to pay attention to? I think I'm going to do it that way, leave some space between there. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's what we're going to do. There comes the postman, or postwoman. What do we got today? Oh, we got the lady. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I like it. All right. Okay, so for the last one, the one that we put together, well, I hope you liked the video. Hope you liked the idea of being able to sew some ribbon or fibers onto a page to make some texture if you've not done it before. I think it's kind of a fun thing. I'm looking at this and it looks like if you really wanted to, if you knew how to, this is just that cross stitch, that embroidered chain stitch where you, yeah, there we come up, you leave a loop, and then you go through the loop and tie it down, or stitch it down. Daisy chain, I think it's called. Looks like they daisy chained it. So if you know how to do that, and you had a plan for where your picture wanted to be, you could just daisy chain part of the page with some like DMC floss or something like that. Yeah, I think it's just fun to add that extra little bit of texture to it. So, but yeah, so if you like the video, like the idea, I would hope you would give it a thumbs up, help that algorithm, have other people find the video. I'm nearing, I saw this morning I was nearing 2,300. And let me tell you, when I first started, I wasn't sure that 23 people would watch my videos. So to get to 2,300 is quite, to me, remarkable. All right, this is Europe, 1923, bird sitting on a bench. In the corner. I don't think I want to put anything else on there. I got room to put something on there, but I think that is going to be enough for that. I think I like it. Yeah, fun little bench in the garden. All right, let me get this halfway cleaned up and do a little show and tell of the ones that we did today. Put this away and yeah, so don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Every Monday I try to, I think even though this is probably getting posted on Tuesday because I got a little bit busy, I try to do my calendar page, something different each week. It's definitely getting challenging, being it is oh, it's almost August, so I'm definitely getting some challenges on different things, but it's kind of fun to try to figure out something new and different to do for these pages. So yeah, so if you liked the video and want to see more of those, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's take a closer look. So last one we did, pretty simple. I like it though. I like how that it looks brown but green. Really ties in. Got the beige on the back to be able to write on it. And the limes. I like the little hint of blue with the sign in there. Silver string just peeking through. And then the birds on the flower. Probably, like I said, probably not my happiest thing, but I don't mind it too much. And then the card I had embroidered with the baker's twine. Yeah, that's the only one I did sideways, right? And then the blue fishies. Probably my favorite picture of the little fish. And then, of course, the fish are being airmailed because it's fun. And the one I did off camera, I had this white and black butterfly. That's why I put that up there. I thought that was kind of cool and a little. I put a flower on the outside like it was growing out of the garden with the stamp on there. Yeah, fun. Like I said, a lot of blues and greens in here. And one hint of pink. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today. I appreciate each and every one of you that takes your time to stop by and hang out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.